Now if you want to record using an external microphone on a Sony, I'm using a Sony Xperia Aqua M4, but I'm sure this will work for all the Xperia models. And if you are having trouble connecting up your audio to an Android device, this may well be the solution. It's cost me about 5 bloody cables, but we got there eventually. You will end up buying a TRS to TRRS adapter, but what I didn't realise when I bought this one, and this is the wrong one, it's a very good cable, COMICA, but doesn't work for me because the pins are wrong. You've got your audio left and right as the first 2 pins. The third pin is ground, and then the fourth pin is microphone. But if you want to attach it to the model of phone I've got, and you've tried this and it doesn't work, it's because Sony and some other companies as well swap the microphone and ground ports. So I've had to buy, it's a UGREEN cable. Can't show it you right now because I'm filming with it, so we'll cut to some footage filmed on a different camera where you can see the actual lead and the setup all in use. Just before we do though, I will just point out the differences in names. This is what's called a OMTP. Sony use, and you can find this by checking the actual specs of the phone. If you go to the white paper for the phone, generally it'll tell you, but it does tell you. You have to do a bit of digging, to be fair. Sony used the CTIA standard, and it literally is, the difference is just what these two are lined up to do. So as I say, we'll go over now and see some footage filmed on a different phone that'll show you the setup I'm using. The first thing you'll notice is the sound quality's dropped. So I'm using the Rode mic as the external mic. It's very good. It has noise suppression within it, so you'll be hearing now the noise from my computer, which you wouldn't have heard before. I'm also using this little light here that I got off eBay, off Amazon. The whole rig, I mean, normally I'll have it on my Sony, on my DJI gimbal, but this is the rig I use for filming indoors. This bracket came with this light actually. I'll leave a link to that in the description because it was a nice little package and good value. So I've got the mic plugged in. Now this is the lead here, and this is from UGREEN, and this is what you need to record audio. You've got your headphone socket, separate headphone socket and microphone socket. You don't need to have something in both of them, you can just have the microphone in. But this is a CTIA lead, so the poles are different. And what else you'll need is the right app, because the standard Sony camera app will not use the external microphone. Fear not though, there is a very standard app available and it's free, no adverts, absolutely fantastic, and it's opencamera. Search for it in the Google store, into the settings, into video setting, and you want to change a few of those, get it up to the top quality. Audio source, external mic if present. If it's not, it will default to the camera mic so you don't lose your sound. But it's the only app I've found, certainly the only free app, and I like free. that will allow you to use an external microphone. But you know, if you're looking for a different app or whatever, just check that it does allow you to select an external microphone. So that's my guide on how to use an external microphone with awkward phones that seem to try and restrict everything you do. Obviously the other cable I use, the OMTP cable, the same method will work with that on phones that use that standard. So just check the manual of the phone and it will tell you which cable to use. Make sure you also search for the right cable, because like I say, I wasn't aware there was two types, and the UGREEN was the only one that I found that had the other standard, the CTIA. So check which one you need for your phone and buy the right one. As I say, I'll leave links to everything I've bought here for this, apart from the Rode microphone, because I actually bought that from Jessups and wasn't cheap, so do your own searching for that and try and get it a bit cheaper. There's a lot of things restricted on Sony mobile phones. I generally find I've had to root mine to access most of the functions. If you do need to root your phone and you've got a Sony phone, they do offer a guide on the Sony support website for how to do most of the phones. They don't do it with all because they don't want them all hacking into. But if you've got a Sony and you're struggling to root it, go to the Sony support website and see if they've got the instructions for yours. They have a downloader for the boot, you know, the bootloader download. It's really good actually. As much as they restrict everything, they do make good phones, and they do most of the time offer a way to get around stuff. So check the links below, and they're not affiliate links. I don't make any money off them, but you might save a bit of money. Thanks for watching.